Listen, ladies and gentlemen, Rasheed Wallace, we all know NBA champion, former player. He was coached by Doc Rivers. I found all of that to say that I'm trying to figure out why in the world is it a situation where Doc Rivers he does not get the respect from his former players. So the only players I see vouching for Doc Rivers is Kevin Garnett, Rondo, and then obviously Paul Pierce, and then if you want to throw Ray Allen in there, Ray Allen got to pay homage, you understand, because of how it all ended. But at the end of the day, Lord knows how he really feel. Listen, the Bucks, man, they ought to be ashamed of themselves. They are in a world of trouble. People are already calling it that they're going to lose to the Indiana Pacers. This is a wild situation, to be honest with you. To me personally, I'm not ready to jump, all the way there just yet. Because I believe that the Pacers are going to lose. Even though I just think that the Pacers are a little overhyped. They're maybe a little bit away. But I tell you what, the Bucks are so foolish. I want to think that Dame ain't gonna allow all this. Maybe the current regime of obviously, if they didn't have Dame there, then maybe I may be with you, in terms of them winning. But I think Dame being there, he's going to answer with whatever Halliburton. He's not going to outplay Damian Lillard. Let me just tell you that right now. Tyrese is a great player. He's going to have good nights, but he's not going to outplay Damian Lillard. You understand? I just want to let everybody know, pump the brakes. I understand that we're ready to jump to all these different conclusions. But obviously, Rasheed Wallace, he's letting it be known, like, Doc, you wilding. You were brought in, to change things, and he hasn't done it. He obviously, nobody likes the way Adrian Griffin was done. And mind you, I don't know if you know this. Like I said, Rasheed, he was on Gilbert Arenas' show. Rasheed got his own show, and I like to listen to Rasheed because Rasheed ain't gonna pull no punches. You understand? He ain't gonna hold back. And you see him talking about his former coach. He went to the finals with Doc Rivers. You understand? They lost to the Lakers. I remember. So just so to hear him say that teams should stop hiring Doc Rivers, I think that's rough too. I think that Doc Rivers need to stop coaching these high caliber championship teams. I think Doc need to go back to the drawing board, and after something happened here with the Bucks. Clearly, this was a lose-lose. And like I said, Rasheed said something about how basically he was brought in, I think, as a consultant, if I'm not mistaken, Doc. So you were brought in while Adrian Griffin is there, and then out of nowhere, Adrian Griffin, he's gone, and you get the job. So it does seem a little alarming. I'm pretty sure Adrian, and then the way he was trying to juice it up, and I'm giving it to Adrian and all this and third. I think, like I said, at the end of the day, Doc Rivers knew what he was doing. He'd been around this game for a while. He understands politics. He was trying to get this job at all costs. And like he said, this is bad karma. Karma is coming back to hit him. And I think that the Bucks clearly are not going to win a championship. I just don't think Doc Rivers, and I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to go back to the Big Three Celtics because that's the wave that Doc is riding. You understand? If you've been living under a rock, Doc Rivers is riding the wave of that championship that they won. Now, I don't care who was coaching that team. The way Kevin Garnett he was under hypnosis. You understand? I want people to go back to 2008, the mindset of KG. They would have won with whoever was coaching. That's how driven they was when they all came together. You understand? Now, Doc, he had his little implementations and things like that. But at the end of the day, you have a prime Garnett, a prime Ray Allen, and a prime Paul Pierce at the end of their prime. They was going to win a championship, and they would have won more if Garnett didn't get hurt the following year. But I'm telling you, they was on their way to running it up. So I'm just keeping it all the way 100. I remember, so I'm here to document to you. Even if Doc wasn't the coach, they was gonna win. I think they could have coached themselves. So I'm just here to tell you that team had a lot of talent, yo. When you're talking about Rondo, I think they had PJ Brown. They had, I'm trying to think of all the other people they had. they had so many pieces, man. Of the Celtics. It was an Eddie House, and I mean, it was loaded. I don't think people understand the loaded nature of this squad. They would have won no matter what. They had the right role players. It was just their time. It was just their time. They would have put those three on any team in the league. They would have won. Garnett was literally on the floor, on his knees playing defense. Garnett was playing defense like his life was on the line. You have Paul Pierce out there going toe-to-toe with LeBron. Ray Allen was out there sharpshooting like his mind was like he just lost it. So I want everybody to understand that about the whole Doc Rivers dynamic. They would have won a championship with whoever was going to be there that first year. And you see he never won one after that. They had injuries. They flamed out. Orlando took them out. They lost. I just got to point this out. They lost. They couldn't get through the Lakers. Once Kobe figured them out, that was it. So I just want to point all these things out. And then when Doc, he went to LA. Now, like I said, they had a lot of weapons out there in LA. I don't know how they didn't get to the conference finals. That's the real buzzsaw. They couldn't even get to a conference final. That hurt. I'm just gonna keep it all the way around. That generally hurt. So it's just a mess what's going on right now. With the whole Doc Rivers situation. With them about to head into the postseason. Make sure you subscribe because we're gonna be documenting. Let me know what you got. I still got the Bucks. I'm not gonna be foolish. I think I got the Bucks taking out the Pacers. It may go longer. It all depends on what happens, but I do think Damian Lillard, he's going to equalize, and if dare I say outplay Tyrese. Tyrese Halliburton is not going to outplay Damian Lillard. I understand that we want to. Oh, Tyrese about to go. No, listen, he's going up against Dame. So they have Damian Lillard there. So it's not like they about to just run rough shot over Giannis, and the Dame ain't gonna be scared in the clutch. Now Dame can't play 5-on-4. You understand? Or 1-on-1 versus 5. Pardon me, but it is what it is. So Dame is going to be that equalizer. They got Siakam in them. So I'm telling you, if they lose game 1, Lord have mercy. It's like Doc Rivers could be fired. The way they got rid of Adrian Griffin, don't think Doc Rivers about to sit up here for a year or two. They got Adrian Griffin up out of there in about a week. They're gonna have Doc Rivers out of there by next season, midway through the season. If this continues, they got this was done wrong. They need to go and hire a coach diligently in the right way, and I think things will go according to plan. But everybody pump the brakes. Shout out to Rasheed Wallace for holding some accountability to his former head coach. I'm gonna leave it at that. It's Flight Sports TV. Peace and love.